Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today, it's finally time for my craft room tour. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. A lot of people have asked me, and it's a video I've wanted to make since the first days of my channel. So I'm super excited, but I do just want to put a disclaimer out there that I am holding my phone. I don't have my mic hooked up or anything, so I hope that you can hear me. I hope it's not too shaky. Please just give me a little grace and just enjoy taking a look inside my craft room, and let's go for it. Okay, so here we go. This is a view from the outside of my craft room, and here's my desk and all of my cute little shelves and kind of like my main work area. So I'm just gonna kind of bring you on over. Once again, I hope this is okay, but let's just kind of get into place. So these are my shelves. I won't go into too much detail about anything now, but if you would like to know anything else, you can always message me and I'll be happy to answer any questions or anything like that. But these are my fun shelves. They're just kind of like for inspiration and just things that I enjoy. So I have all kinds of pictures. I have some Funko Pops. I just have all kinds of little like mini albums and stuff that brings me some inspo. And then I have some other art over here. Then the only thing I really keep on my desk is this little like Lazy Susan that I got from Hobby Lobby. And you'll see inside of it, there's a lot of my clear stamps. So it just rotates. I have a few things like that in there. And then the only really other thing of note over here is I have these drawers. And I don't think I'm gonna go into them. You'll notice at the top, on the left hand side, I have my Project Life page protectors, and I also have all of my pattern paper. So that's all of the pattern paper that I own, along with my trimmer and some white basil cardstock. And then inside the drawers, I really just have some things for my junk journal, stickers and alphas and whatnot. But I think we'll just skip going through the drawers with the one hand. It's just kind of difficult. So now let's take a look at something else. Okay, so if I've kind of moved away from my desk, you'll see over on this side, I have my little bulletin board. I have some artwork that I made at the top with some of our engagement pictures a while back. And then underneath the bulletin board is my printer. So I know that this is something I get a question about a lot. So this is just a Canon Pixma. It's an MG7720. I got it with, when A Beautiful Mess had recommended it years ago when they were like working with Canon, and I just have really enjoyed it. And then underneath it, you'll see I have some storage bins. So in these bins, I keep, or little racks, I keep regular computer paper and then picture paper, also cardstock and vellum. And then the small one to the side, I also keep all of my 4x6 paper. This printer does print off 4x6 size and the traditional 8.5x11. I really love that printer. It's never given me any issues and I've had it for years. So now let's just move on over here. And so, okay, this is actually a closet that's in my craft room. But whenever I moved into this room, I wanted some shelves in the closet. And this was kind of our easy quarantine solution, was to clean out the closet. My dad helped me. We took the bars out and all of that, like for hanging clothes. And I just kind of scooted this shelf that was already in here. This is just a thrifted shelf. That's like a bamboo looking shelf. And I painted it white and scooted it in here. And I just keep, you know, little things in here as well. So at the top, I have just some decor, my Mickey record player, a cactus that I made out of felt years ago, and my cute little baby Yoda that my parents got me for Christmas. And then as you're moving down, I'll go a little bit closer. So I do have those, kind of little paper boxes from Hobby Lobby. Now, most of these, the top one says page protectors and the next one is just paper, like pattern paper, but I have moved both of those things over to my desk just for easy access, and they're in those drawers that I showed you. So these are just kind of like the extra of the extra, so I don't use either one of those that much at this point. They're just for cuteness mostly. But then I also have a lot of mini albums. I love 4x4 mini albums, and I've made a lot of those over time. And then you'll see I have a few Funkos. I have Romy and Michelle and Baby Yoda. And then if we keep on moving down, there is another one of those boxes that has collage stuff. But at this point, my collage or junk journal items are mostly over by my desk again. I have my fingernail polish. My punches are in the big little bin on top. And then as you keep going down, the 2 boxes are mostly old photos. And then I have some of my weaving material and then a few books and items like that. And you can see I have some junk stored on either side. I have wrapping paper, things like that. So I think that you get the idea of that. And next, I think that we will go look in my Raskog. Okay, and so here is my trusty Raskog cart. So in the top, I always keep like a lot of the items that I'm grabbing all the time, right? So I have a few little vintage mugs in the back, and those hold different pens that I use, colored pens, all my black and white pens, and also my tools that I use the most, like scissors and my tiny attacher and things like that. Then I have all of my small roller stamps, the inks that I use the most, and then just some other things like headphones and chapstick and my adhesive that I'm currently using, little labels, things like that go in the top section. Then in the second part, I keep all of my Project Life cards. So I recently started to try this organization and I really have liked it so far. So I have these 2 card organizers from scrapbook.com, and then I just took some regular cardstock and I cut it a little taller than 3x4, and I have them all organized by different themes. So I may change these over time, but there's just different themes there, and I have all of my cards ready to go. It's really easy for whenever I'm doing Project Life. And then there's a few things stuck on the side, you know how that is. And then the very bottom, so down here I keep a lot of extra adhesive. I also have my labels, extra staples, my hole punch, my microphone, hand wipes, all that kind of stuff goes down there. So I definitely use this constantly, and this is like my best friend whenever I'm crafting, as I'm sure most of you can relate. So that's my Raskog, and now we will move on to another area. Okay guys, and now it's time for my favorite, newest addition to my craft room, my 90s themed shelves. So I hope that you can see everything pretty good. I know there's a glare up there, but I'm doing the best I can. But I love these 2 shelves. They're like my pride and joy currently. But I have a lot of 90s things that I've either gotten off of Etsy, or some things are from my childhood. I have artwork, and you'll see Polly Pockets and Barbies and Power Rangers and some fun chapter books. And this just brings me so much joy whenever I am crafting. I love this view, and I love collecting all of these fun little items. This is definitely one of my favorite things that I've done in a while. Okay, and then if we pan down a little bit from the 90s shelves, we have the top of my first set of cubes. So on the left side, you'll notice that I have a few traveler's notebooks. That's where I keep my junk journal, things like that. We just have other decor and Penny's little baby book. And then you'll see on the right side of the screen, also that's my closet that we just went through. So then let's go ahead and pan down to the first set of cubes. Okay, so now we have the first 3 cubes, and I'm not gonna go through the actual like baskets in here because they are just filled with junk. So we don't even wanna open up that can of worms right now, but you will notice that I have all of my Life Crafted albums here, which I love this view. I can't wait to just fill up more and more of them. A lot of these are on my channel, so take a look there. And the very first one that has the patches on it, that is my childhood album that I'm going to start to work on super soon. So I hope that you'll follow along on that and be on the lookout for some new videos about that. And then I also have my washi tape and things like that on the top shelves. And then if we go down to the next 3, we just have a few completed albums in the first one. And then we move on to having my mixed media little cubby. There's not that much in there. I don't do much mixed media, as you guys know, but I do have a little bit of stuff there. And then in the far right, that is kind of my move around the house bag. So I was keeping all of my memory planner stuff in there. I've kind of abandoned that, if I'm being honest, but I do like to have that bag handy if I ever want to do any like couch scrapping or go scrap in a different room. It's always nice to just throw some stuff into that bag and be able to be mobile. And then the last ones, I have just 2 of the like little bins or whatever we're gonna call them. And then in the middle, that's where I keep all of my embroidery stuff. So I have like embroidery patterns and all of my thread and all of that kind of stuff, my floss. And those are my cubes. So now we're gonna move on to another section of my room. Okay, so now this is the wall that my desk is looking directly at. So I love having this kind of like inspiration wall to look at as I'm crafting. The awesome framed picture in the middle, my cousin did from the movie Ghost World, and I just adore that piece of art. And then I have a lot of other art on the wall from all over the place, just all kinds of different stuff. And I'm gonna kind of move closer and you will notice that I have a few photos over here of my friends. There's a little one of me, one of my mom. I'm sorry about the lights, but uh-oh, look at that. Luna, you know how she's always misbehaving, but there's a little Luna Lovegood there. There's my We Are Memory Keepers typewriter, and then to the side I have a few other little goodies. Okay, Penny just barked, but I tried to avoid that, so hopefully we can make it through the last part of this without too much interruptions. I mean, y'all know how it is, but okay, so now we're gonna go through these next set of cubes. So I'm literally leaning on my desk right now, so that's how little room I have right here, but so my first cubby is for my stickers. So this is one of my newest organization spots, and I have all of my sticker books here. I have an extra little box that I had that I sticker bombed, and I keep all of my newer stickers that haven't found a home yet. So I really love that area. And then beside there, you will see I have basically all of my scrapbooks. So those are my 2018, 19, 20, and 21 Project Live albums, along with my honeymoon album and my Disney album. And then the little box at the end is mostly just like pieces of ephemera and stuff that don't really have a home, but that I want to hang on to. So now I'm going to try to reposition and get you down to these bottom shelves. Okay, moving right along. So the next 2 shelves, we have another one of those baskets that we are not going to speak about. And then right beside that, this is kind of my like Happy Mail type little cube. So in here, I have all of my stamps and my address labels, postcards, cards. The little purple bag is full of markers that I use. I have my address book, just all that kind of stuff. I send my grandmother letters or like little cards usually every week. So I like to keep all of my fun stuff there, and in case I want to, you know, send anything out to a friend or anything. So that's what goes in that cubby. Okay, and then the cubby right beside it, this is what I use for other stamps. So I keep the rest of my like clear acrylic stamps inside of that binder. And then I also have additional stamps and stamp pads inside those 2 boxes. And then you'll see I have other bubble mailers and stuff beside there. And there is another one of those dreaded bins. And then as we go down, you'll see that I have additional card storage. And then some ephemera storage, postcard storage, stuff like that in the cube on the right. And then on the left, we have more completed albums. Most of those are a little older, but I may share a few of those on my channel here at some point. Okay, and then the last 2 on the bottom, you'll see another bin, and then I have more completed albums. I'm pretty sure a lot of these are on my channel. So the All About Me album, the gray one has a lot of the Heidi Swapp Storyline chapters, and then the Week in the Life. Now I have 2 December dailies, but I think I will share a few December dailies around Christmas time. So you will see those pretty soon. Okay, and just like that, I'm back up, but I just wanted to give you one other little angle of the rest of my inspo wall. So I just have all kinds of art that I've gotten over time. I keep it up here. Some are framed, but most of it is just kind of like popped up there with some washi tape. I have a big mirror here, and then we'll make it on back around to the original space where my desk is. So I think I will wrap this up with a little face-to-face here at the end. So you'll see me in just a second. So there it is, guys, my entire craft room. Like I said, it was a challenge to hold the camera and to try to get in all those angles and show you all the stuff, but I think that you got an idea of what it's like in here. And if you are wondering about anything in particular, you can leave me a comment below and maybe I can do another kind of chit chat video later on where I can go in depth on some sort of organization or anything like that. But once again, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and please consider subscribing if you haven't, and I'll be back at you soon with another video. Thanks guys, bye.